Hey guys. Well, I spent the better part of today, we'll say at least a couple, 4, maybe 5 hours worth, trying to figure out how I'm going to mount the motor slash gearbox and make it work properly. And basically, I come to the conclusion that, well, it's just not going to work correctly. I mean, it would work, but not to my liking. So I ordered a low CG gearbox and skid plate from AliExpress. Have a look, I'll explain it a little bit more. So I got everything mounted. I cut the chassis up front here. Everything's nice and clear in the front. I still have to mount the servo and the steering. That should be problem free per se. My issue was, I don't have a problem connecting the drive shafts. My issue was here. I thought maybe I can get this in here out front, get the weight up front as much as possible. But the connection to here is problematic. With a single universal joint, positioning it is going to be rather iffy, and with two, well, it brings the motor just too far back and then hits the servo and that. But with the low CG, basically it's going to mount everything in one place, and the motor is going to be all nice and tight without the so the motor should be about there, give or take, and it'll basically solve my motor mounting issue. Obviously, the other mounting plate is generally for SCX 10, so what's going to happen is the mounting points here are going to be a little bit closer together, so I'm going to have to adjust the distance here. I might be able to just put a couple of washers in here. Same thing for the upper parts. Well, the upper parts might actually stay the same because they're going to be mounted here with a bit of a spacer inside, because the other skid plate ends pretty much here. So I'm going to go ahead and order that. According to the reviews, it's decent stuff, and they ship fairly quickly, so we'll have to see how that does. In the meantime, I guess I can go ahead and finish up the steering and that. And I'm wondering if I'm going to use these kind of batteries. Basically set it up so that I can put one on each side here. Really keep that low. One on each side. So it'll basically come out to, I don't know if I'll get some 1000 milliamps or 1100 milliamps. Somewhere along those lines. So we'll have upwards of 2 amps with them connected in parallel. And it should be good enough. I mean, I use 2 amp packs all the time. If I could find my other battery. Normally in my crawlers I use 2200 milliamps, so basically 2 of these will be pretty close, and it's pretty light actually. So one Gen Zeiss 2200 milliamps weighs 162.8 grams. And one of these weighs 67 or 67.7. What did I say this was? 169. So 2 of these will actually weigh less than one of these. Now maybe the 1100 might come out to the same thing, But these are pretty small. 1000 milliamps at 30C. And this is 2200 at 25C. So it's give or take good enough for crawlers. So they give or take about the same thing. So 2 of these will be plenty for a crawler. Just gotta make an adapter. I'm not crazy about these connectors, but I know I can order these with either a Dean's or an XT30. These are XT60. So this is on hold for about maybe a week or so. Maybe I can go on and do something else. So that's that for now. Like I said, maybe I'll do something else in the meantime. But I guess this one's on hold. Maybe I can put the wheels together and that. Let me actually show you what I'm using. I'm actually debating 2 different wheels with the same tires. There. These are Boom Racing crates. Really like these wheels. With the PBX AT. This is a really good tire. I really like it. I haven't tried any of the newer tires, and this is the other choice. Basically a bit of a cheaper tire, a cheaper rim, I mean. And it might be a bit difficult to get on this rim because the rim seems to be a little thinner than the other one. If you look at them here, you can see it's a lot, well, not a lot thinner, but it's thin enough that it could cause a bit of a headache. So this is just on like that for now, but I really like the look of these compared to these. Yeah, so we're gonna go with these. What do you think? So that's it. I'll catch you guys later. Ciao.